Jim, one last thing, because a lot of people have been asking us to ask you, or asking me to ask you, I should say.
Well, then ask me.
Any thoughts on Bobby Lashley and MVP being gone from WWE?
Yeah, I just saw that the other day, that apparently they both expired. Is that the case?
Their contract, they are both living.
Yes, no, their contracts expired. They weren't fired. They weren't expunged or expulsed or whatever. But their contracts ran out. They were not happy that the Hurt Business was teased and then not put back together, as we all were unhappy, because that was what we wanted to see. And did they get caught up in the switch of the administration? Could they have gotten more what they wanted from this one, or was this the one that was the problem? Do we know that?
Well, I think if we go just based on what we've seen, it seemed like MVP specifically and Lashley were used better under Vince than under Triple H. I'm guessing they're not Triple H favorites.
Well, in that case, by cracky, Tony, for only $4 million a year, you can get both of them, I bet.
Let's make
maybe
that
$5 million.
Let's go. MVP's a great talker. Let's go to 6
Let's make
million.
it 6.
Let's
make
million.
it 6.
I think that's fair. Plus
$6 million a year.
Our
yes.
20%.
Let's see. That would be 600. That'd be 1.2 million for 20%. So that'll work.
Yeah,
okay.
That works for me.
Yeah. I'll take a cut just to get this deal done.
Let me ask you this: if Tony does sign them, and you would have to think that is someone he should be looking at, Bobby Lashley, with MVP, because MVP, like I said, is a great talker who wasn't utilized enough in WWE. Shelton Benjamin is also a free agent. Yeah, and he's not a kid anymore. Still in great shape, looks young. But do you bring it, if you're going to reunite Lashley and MVP, do you go for Shelton also?
I bet he won't go for any of them.
Really?
Because you sign Bobby Lashley in AEW. What is every match he's going to have a handicap match, or is he going to have to fucking try to fly around for these fucking midgets? And how many somersaults can he do? Who could he work with in that company that wouldn't just be visually repellent, but that could actually work a regular goddamn wrestling match with him past MJF at this point? And Shelton Benjamin, he would look like Andre the Giant on that roster next to quite a bit of the fucking talent, because Shelton's 6'2", 230-ish, maybe, whatever the fuck. So, and they're not indie darlings. None of the fucking rec center crowd are saying, oh, we wish we could see Bobby Lashley versus El Hijo del Fornicator.
They all own their names. You have that going for you.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, Bobby Lashley is too big a star. And literally, he's too big a star, and he's too big a fucking guy. I don't think that Tony would be smart enough to want to sign him or have anybody for him to work with that would in any way be palatable, that it wouldn't look like child abuse by a grown adult.
You can't use the Hurt Business. That is owned by WWE. What would you go for? Would you go for Pain Incorporated? What would you go for? The Corporation of Public Pain.
I would go for the raw nerve. The raw nerve of you. Get right to the fucking raw nerve. Now, I mean, we'll see, but I don't, there's, again, it's a shame because there's a dozen people that you would think of that Bobby Lashley could have a program with right now in the WWE, and I can't think of anybody that would be meaningful for him to work with in AEW or wouldn't look ridiculous.
Adam Copeland.
Okay, one. But his leg is broken.
That's true. Shit.
And he's 50, and he jumped 25 feet. So how long is that going to take to heal?
Yeah, I don't know.
He's at Tony's motion picture country home for wrestlers now.
It seems like it takes people a lot longer to heal under Tony than it does under WWE, doesn't it?
Well, that's true because they got more stringent medical procedures, right? You got to be completely cleared.
Although there are now rumors that AEW may extend Rey Fenix's contract another year due to time off for injury.
Oh! Well, that ain't going to get over with the boys because that's very businesslike. Yeah, see, that could fuck up the Lucha Brothers to WWE rumors.